Tooth Fairy taught me my very first lesson on finance. Everyone has to give up a piece of themselves for money, so my mother gave up her vacant soul. Like the hollow bones we place underneath our pillowcases, I know greed too personally. It devours those closest to you like the enemy. Convinced my mother if she played Russian roulette with the bank, it would make the loans go away with each unbalanced check until there was nothing but bullet holes in her child's piggy bank. It originates from people with shallow, lonely pockets. They wished they could fit unlimited funds in, but with depth comes infinite darkness, swallowing the brain with material and no substance, corruption, stretching its shadow across open wounds time forgot to heal, expanding the cuts into a festering sore that only bursts old memories of being poor into people's bloodstreams, raging rapid currents of currency into their veins. They need needles of nickels and dimes to feel something. That's why my mother has forgotten me. Her fear of returning to the streets that cradled me as a baby, that spreads the whiteout that erases me from her list of priorities. She has become a hoarder, collecting designer fabrics that only weave us farther apart in our tattered tapestry because clothes have replaced me, and I feel like I am hearing history replay its track. Artists who used to construct symphonies from the orchestra of their words are now at the whim of record company strings to write pieces they don't believe in. They release cacophonies of sex, drugs, and money because that is the baton that keeps people buying. But I've learned no one is born evil, but evil is born from the eye never satisfied. My mother, she was like anybody else, just trying to survive with whatever she could find, like your neighbor or favorite rapper, drain dry of the last pennies in their financial lifeline, but clinging onto your purse as the steering wheel for the entire ride only makes you a coward, afraid to open your eyes to the Jekyll you've been hiding. People ring the wage from their own paychecks for those they love the most because over cents, no one is willing to wage battle in their own home, so relatives surrender like I did. I couldn't divide my mother and I like Confederates and Unionists over the fistful of coins that made me feel worth something because I earned it. She took the bread from my toil and struggle, and it reminds me when I was little, she would take the first breath of the first allowance I ever had just to resurrect some dead presidents that made the addict in her feel whole again. But we are all victims of this greed. Ever since free men were given the opportunity, they have traded their authentic medallion hearts for cheap costume jewelry. Even my mother. A pearl necklace forgotten for her inner beauty, draped with diamond rocks that stone her spirits, casketed underneath the cash she will forever be chasing, tucked in billfolds of memorials that will forever keep her in mourning. Even my mother has tarnished into the bottomless pit of her own wallet. Thank you.